When you got the job, did they literally just slap you on the front desk and tell you off you go, or was there any training behind it?
I can't remember the last time I drove an automatic, but it would be fun.
Oh, God almighty. One of my big phrases is every day's a school day.
Without us all working together, the customer experience is horrendous.
Oh yeah, they are. They're listening. That's all right then. He's an idiot.
I'm in the right lane anyway, it's fine.
Now you are. Or you were.
Hi, my name's Harry, and I'm on a journey around the UK with Toyota and Lexus to find out all about what it means to work for both brands. Join me as I stop off in Swansea, then Croydon, and then to Norwich, up to Leeds, and finally to Stirling. Along the way, I'm going to be chatting to a huge number of employees all about their careers and what it means to them to work for both Toyota and Lexus. I'll be speaking to Alison from Swansea all about teamwork and development. So let's go find her. Cool, right. Alison, can you just give us a bit of an idea about who you are and what you do?
My name is Alison Jenkins and I am the Group Business Centre Manager here at FRF Toyota, and I'm also the Transformational Lead.
Cool. FRF Toyota, I'm a bit confused. What exactly is that?
So we are a dealership and sell Toyota vehicles, and then Toyota GB is who the manufacturer is. So we purchase our vehicles from them and sell them to the retail market and the fleet market.
So it's like a sub-dealer situation where you buy the product in and then sell it off.
That's right, yeah, that's how a dealership works.
Makes sense. Okay, thank you for that. So how did you end up working here? What was the journey of getting to having two jobs with Toyota?
Okay, so I started with FRF when I was 26. I sort of fell into the motor trade, really liked the idea of selling, and therefore saw a job advert and applied. Started off in sales, and then over the years it's simply grown as an individual and as a company, and therefore more roles have become available. Yeah. And I've been here 18 years now, really long time. And then the transformational lead came about because they needed someone with experience and that maybe had touched on various roles throughout the journey of working here. And so, yeah, put my name forward and it was accepted, and it's really good.
Great. And do you need a degree to do your job, or did you?
No, I do not have a degree. I don't have anything official. Just really good at speaking to people and being very welcoming with customers, and that's all I needed.
So you didn't need to go to university for that? You just showed up and went, I know what I'm doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very capable, and here you are now?
Didn't go to uni, and definitely was not a mistake for me.
Brilliant. So we're here to talk about teamwork and development. So in your eyes and in Toyota's eyes, what does teamwork mean?
So with regards to Toyota, it is really fundamental. Part of teamwork is there's so many different aspects and pillars that would come into that. The biggest thing I would say is understanding that every single person's role is vital for being a success as a business, but also providing the best experience for a customer. So yeah, it's so many things that come into being part of teamwork.
So empathy is a big thing when it comes to that.
Absolutely, empathy is amazing.
So being a manager yourself, obviously you've got your own way of doing things. What are the things that you do that maybe you like to do as a manager?
So I really think it's important that I have a really good understanding of every individual and what they are really good at. So, for example, it's really important that the individual feels empowered, understood, encouraged and motivated to do their role to their absolute best ability.
That's great, because you come into work and your manager's like a tyrant running around the place making it feel uncomfortable. You're not going to want to work here. So
no, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great that you do that. I mean, what have you got any examples of, when it comes to your team, anyone that you've nurtured or looked after that may be able to?
Yeah, definitely. I have a particular individual that has worked for the company for 5 years, but been in my particular department maybe 1 to 2 years. So she's quite young, she's a little experience of working with customers, etc. But we've worked really hard at looking at her skill set, what she's really good at, and then also developing those that she's maybe struggled in the past. And she absolutely is a shining star to us now. She is really, really good, and she really enjoys her role. It's really varied, and she's really motivated and encouraged to do her absolute best at all times.
Yeah, and obviously we're in a, you work for a big company. it's a lovely place. I mean, when it comes to this environment itself, and I know it's probably unique to the next place we go to, and after that, but why is it important in like a dealership and in sales environment to have teamwork?
Without teamwork, and even the departmental teamwork, so that's all the departments working together, whether you're in sales, service, whether you're the gentleman that's showing people to the car park, without us all working together, the customer experience is horrendous, and we won't be able to deliver the absolute best that we can. So yeah, it's vital.
Great. And obviously, we've just talked about sales being a job you can do in a dealership. What are the other options? Obviously, is it just sales, or what can people do when they expect to walk through these doors?
There's a huge variety of roles here. Anything from finance to customer service to technicians, accounts. There's absolutely loads to do. I mentioned there's a car park attendant, we have valeters, and again, every single person is so vital to making it a success.
Yeah, and there seems to be just a wide variety of roles that if you any skill set you think you've got, there is something to be here, right? There is a job for you.
Absolutely, and actually something that maybe you thought you would be really interested in. You might come in and do something different. And we encourage that. There's lots of transferable skills out there. That doesn't mean you always have to stay within the same area that you've always been in.
Yeah, and your office is so open, it seems that you can just talk to anyone. It seems like various sort of skills can be learnt from each department just sitting in one big office.
Definitely. The best thing that ever happened was I worked in my own office before, and now I sit with everyone. The interaction, genuinely the fun that happens in a big open office, but also you learn and pick up so much more stuff. I can answer questions on a role that I have nothing to do with simply because I've been in the environment and heard it.
Yeah, and if that can happen for you, it can happen for someone just walking through the door as well.
Definitely, yeah, okay. It's brilliant.
So when it comes to new hires, Alison, what is the process that they go through?
Oh, the perfect gentleman is Callum. He's just started with us. Can you join us?
Yeah, let me grab a chair.
Okay.
Cool. Well, Callum.
Well, I'm Callum. I'm a customer consultant here at FRF Toyota in Swansea.
Brilliant. And just so I don't really know what that means, can you explain sort of what a customer consultant is and what your role is like?
So a normal day for me would be come into work 15 minutes early, make sure I'm ready for the day, see what my diary looks like. Then from the get-go, book customers in for their services. Any customers that come in want to chat about their cars, more than happy to help them in going forward with their cars then. If they need any help sort of looking at specs, test drives, more than happy to give them a hand with that sort of sense as well.
Perfect. And obviously Alison didn't go to university for what she's doing. Did you go to university? Do you have a degree for what you're doing? Do you need to get a sales degree? How does that work?
So I completely rogue, studied sports coaching in Cardiff Met, so completely off sales. In a way, it's got nothing to do with what I do on a daily basis. So it kind of just shows that you don't necessarily have to have a degree in where you want to go down to get a job later down the line then.
There's no stress. You don't have to worry about if you do a degree, you don't have to find a job in that role. You might not like it, and actually if you found something here that you enjoy.
Oh, I love it. It's been probably the best 6 months of my life in all fairness. It's made some really good friends. I had really positive experiences, so it's been really good at that so far.
Yeah, and when you got the job, did they literally just slap you on the front desk and tell you off you go, or was there any training behind it?
So I had an introduction period. So my first day I was with Morgan, the sales manager, walking around sort of the plant, the site, getting introduced to everyone more than anything, just seeing how a normal day looks. Yeah. From then I've had a few trips up to Burnison factory as well, into the Toyota sort of learning centre, to gain my knowledge further there as well then.
Yeah, and so this seems like it's a lot of career progression as well if you go from where you are to sales manager.
Yeah, so there's obviously, you've got transaction manager as well in the middle of there, so it's a smaller jump up to that sort of role, and then to a sales manager job as well then from there. Or likewise I could move into Alison's team, into a fleet sort of aspect of the job as well. So there's quite a lot of progression routes in the company as well.
So you don't actually have to stay in one role as a sales, you can go into a fleet?
Yeah, so for argument's sake, I could even go into service if I wanted luck into service, because I know they have busy days as well. They see a lot of customers. One of the parts I like about the job is talking to customers all day. So all of the routes really in progression have that aspect of talking to customers, seeing everyone on a day-to-day basis as well. The office is a lovely place, a lovely environment to be in as well, so it's just great.
When you're doing your job, Callum, and maybe you mentioned you can move roles, if you had that conversation with them, is that an easy topic to broach with?
Yeah, I think Morgan's a really approachable person. He kind of gets everyone's what they've got going on in their life. So I think Morgan and Chloe, in all fairness, they are really approachable. they will offer us, they will push us to go for future jobs as well. If they think we can succeed in that role, they'll definitely push us towards that aspect as well.
No, it's nice to see there's a lot of, I guess, vertical recruitment in the business as well. You're not just taking people from outside.
No,
Give them a
absolutely.
job.
Loads of internal growth. Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Well, I need to get to Croydon, so if there's anything you can help me with that'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right, should
Follow
we-
us. We'll take you there.
And after you. Well, Alison, I'm super excited to see what you've got me.
Okay.
Should we have a look at what it is? Because I'm not sure.
Okay, so this is a Toyota RAV4 plug-in. Why don't we have a look?
It's a striking car. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm super lucky.
It is a beautiful car. It is very bold in design. The colour is gorgeous. So I'm sure you'll really enjoy your test drive.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Brilliant. Can't remember the last time I drove an automatic, but we were fine.
God almighty.
Well, Alison, as we're in Swansea, can you tell me just give me a bit of background about the town and working in Swansea. What's that like?
So Swansea is a gorgeous city. We are very, very lucky to be very close to the sea. So we have the beaches, and also we have the beautiful mountains and all of that brings. So there's a massive variety of things to do in Swansea.
I mean, speaking of lovely things, this car is so far brilliant. I mean, it's so easy to use. I got in it, I've been in it for 5 seconds, I've picked it up straight away. Can you tell me more about it?
So what I would say, the biggest thing to note is it is a plug-in hybrid. What that means is you have a full EV battery available up to 43 miles, and once that's depleted, it automatically and seamlessly goes over to a self-charging hybrid, so you haven't got any of that range anxiety. And then that is a combination of battery and petrol engine.
So you got the best of both worlds. You got a nice
Absolutely.
big powerful engine, but also that battery support for when you're doing 20 miles an hour.
Yep, 20 miles an hour because you are in Wales.
Not my favourite part about Wales, but that's the worst part of it.
Yeah. No, where are we?
We can't go back down there.
Yeah, we can.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the fact you know nothing about Swansea
just-
and are
just-
telling me
just saying,
you can't go
just
that
saying
way. Right?
I see
We're
time-
already
I see time
arguing
at
that.
this point. What is it like, when you come in Toyota and you get the development from you guys? What is that like for a new hire?
So the biggest thing I would say is, although I have been in the industry and worked for Toyota for 18 years, I am still learning. And I think it's important to understand that the motor trade is constantly changing and it's constantly moving forward, as is the brand itself. So although there's always training and you pick up things along the way, there's always lots of new things to learn as well.
Well, that's great. And do you get like all at once, or are there like development classes? Do you have any sort of training academy?
Yep, so we have the Toyota Academy, which is constantly allowing us to develop further through courses and then online training. So it will be a mixture of in-house and off-site training, so it's really varied, and that's really important when you're in a job for a long time, for it to still be interesting and to learn new things.
Great. And so obviously mentioning that employee support, I mean, when you come back from that academy, what's it like working in the office? You constantly getting that support? Are you getting updated, or are you kind of left to your own devices?
No, you're constantly updated, and actually what happens is, once you've gone away and you've done a training course, you have the option then and the ability to share that knowledge with everyone else in the office that maybe wouldn't necessarily get a chance to go on that training course. So it's constantly evolving and constantly learning and changing as we go along.
And I'm sure there are people like you or other managers in branches that will be more than happy to help, you as you grow through the office as well, not just
Definitely.
leave you to it and be like, oh, we don't care.
Yeah, one of my big phrases is every day's a school day. So annoyingly, I'm constantly teaching them and learning, but as am I. I'll often sit in the office and go, wow, I did not know that, and pick up something new, which is really helpful.
You're not going to get very far if you think you know everything on the first day.
100%, yeah.
People won't like you.
Although I am very knowledgeable, I'm very, very smart.
Picking up's easy for you, everyone else is going to struggle with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I get it. But just around the roundabout?
Yeah, just left here.
Left all the way around?
Yeah.
First exit?
So, first exit, and then it's dual carriageway. Yeah, it's going to do. I know. You're doing fabulous. Lovely, lovely.
are some of the general skills that people should be expected to have, or at least know that they will be expected to learn through the process?
I think we are really customer focused, so if you have that in you as a person, that it's really important to you to just naturally do a good job, and you want your customers to have the best experience ever, everything else can be learned and taught. So as long as you have those core beliefs that Toyota have, then you can come in straight away and start working with us.
That's great, because a lot of people's first job is working in hospitality or working in retail, so they're going to have that customer focus, or at least some knowledge of what, you know, being customer focused and customer orientated is like. So it's brilliant. That's one of the skills.
Yeah, so in FRF we do in-house training, so we would learn things like telephone manner, you know, the best process of sales. It might be how to deal with complaints, how to give a customer a really good experience. That will be done with us in the dealership, but then you would also go away and learn technical skills, and lots of information about, you know, the core values of Toyota. So there are various different ways of learning, and often people will naturally just look up online and look at ways of doing things better, reading books, etc. So the ability and the options to look at outside of just Toyota is there.
I think that's a major thing for people that are, you know, getting into their first proper job, or their first, you know, career ladder, step on that career ladder, is that you think you've learned a skill, but actually until you've learned other complementary skills, that skill actually hasn't been, you know, deep rooted in.
Yeah, or utilised to its full ability, definitely.
You don't get to practice it because you're on the phone. That's a good point, actually, is that FRF isn't Toyota, but it is a dealer of Toyota. So you guys having your own in-house training, actually, that's a massive bonus.
Yeah,
on
definitely.
top of the original training you get from Toyota.
Yeah.
So obviously, when those new recruits come back into the office, like you say, from that training, how does the development help with the teamwork when they come back to the office after that initial training session?
So normally people go away, especially to the academy at Toyota, and genuinely love the experience. So they get to see new people and people that have been in their roles a long time learning that particular skill or course. So they come back, they're normally really buzzing, they're really excited about it, want to share that information, and that then gets everyone else interested in it and asking questions, and that encourages that, you know, transfer of information to everyone else in all the different departments. And maybe they'll say, oh, did you know this was coming? And we all sort of ask questions, and that definitely helps with the teamwork and getting everyone excited about it. Amazing driving.
No one's to my right.
Now it looks
not
like
crash.
I went, oh sorry, that was the wrong lane, and you
No one's.
moved over.
They know.
Oh yeah, they are, they're listening. That's all right then. He's an idiot.
I'm in the right lane anyway. It's fine.
Now you are. Or you were. You would have been fine.
Alison, we're just putting back up at Toyota. I mean, thank you so much for all your help, the wisdom, you know, taking me through. I feel one of the team. But yeah, no, it's been an absolute pleasure to learn more about the brand for myself.
It was my pleasure to come and do it with you. Thank you very much, and enjoy Croydon.
I'll drop you off here, but I'm looking
Brilliant.
forward to driving down in this. It should be a lot of fun.
Amazing. Thank you
go.
very much.
Brilliant. So thank you so much for joining and tuning in to this episode on teamwork and development. I'm now on my way to Croydon to speak to those guys about career paths and respect. Hey Toyota,
What do you want to do?
take me to Croydon.
I want to get your hands dirty and make you work for it while you're here. Toyota's the #1 brand in the world. I love the Japanese culture that's linked with it, which is really an emphasis on customer first.
We've given you the right key, haven't we? No. So we need to go in that spot. Yeah.